right, guys, so welcome back to the channel. Thank you for hanging out for a few moments. If you're new, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Now, today we're going to do kind of a Q&A. There was a lot of questions about the limited slip that just got installed. Now, if you want to see the installation footage, it's going to be at the tail end of the video. I will have timestamps for anybody that's looking for any specific question. Hopefully this helps. Again, I am, going to share what limited knowledge I do have. Many of you guys have done this before. Many of you guys have really good answers. So if you see in the comments, someone has a question, definitely, share it, share your knowledge. This is a good resource for those that are looking to upgrade their car. And, we've all started somewhere. So really, help out as much as you can. It really, it goes a long way. So the first question that that I want to address is, what is limited slip? Limited slip, to put it in its most simplistic form, is in the back of the car, you want both wheels spinning. Okay, so if you have limited slip on every single acceleration, every single launch, both of the wheels are going to be spinning, and you're gonna have better accelerations. When you have an open differential, one of the wheels could be spinning and the other one's not doing anything, okay? And that was starting to become the case from my RT. In the beginning, I never really noticed any one-wheeler peelers, but as I continued adding power, I noticed that it was becoming more and more common. When my car was stock, I probably would have still saw a benefit to doing the limited slip. So even if you don't have a heavily modded vehicle, regardless of the power level, you should see some benefits to that limited slip. So, regardless of where you are power-wise, the limited slip will likely help you. How much did it cost and where did you get it from? Now, in the description, I'm going to put a link to Steve White Motors. He has an eBay store that I purchased it from. It was around $1,000, okay? And Steve White did a great job of answering pretty much all the questions that I had. And it came out to about $1,000 shipped to my door. Why the 309 and not 350 or 370 gears? Now, I touched on this in a prior video, why I stuck with a similar gear. I had the 307 and I went to the 309. And the reason, to put it most blunt, why I didn't go super high gearing is because this isn't really a drag racer, okay? If I was a weekend warrior hitting up the drag strip very frequently, the higher the gearing, the better off you are with your 60-foot and that quarter mile, okay? So many of the guys go with 350 plus gearing, and this car is going to be a well-rounded vehicle, meaning on the highway it can do well in roll racing. When it goes to the track, it'll have enough gearing to be respectable in the quarter mile. So that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that the Charger remained a well-versed vehicle. It was good. It's good at roll racing. It's also respectable in the quarter mile. And I thought that the 309 gearing would be great, especially once forced air is added. If I went with too high of gearing, when the forced air got put in place, getting traction off the line would be impossible. So that's why I stuck with similar gearing to what I had, but the real upgrade was the limited slip. How long was the installation? So you can book about a 3.5 to a 4 hour installation if you're planning on, whatever you have, whether it's the 262, 307 gearing, taking that pumpkin out and putting the new one in is about if you have a lift, it's probably going to go faster for you, but book around a 3.5, 4 hour job. Does the car need to be tuned after you install the 309 gearing? So my Charger does not, because I had the 307. So I would call Steve White to confirm. If you have the 262 gearing, you might need to be retuned. The speedometer might be a little bit off if you go from the 262 to the 309. Now, the 307 to the 309, it's not a big difference in gearing. So you really, it's a direct plug and play. So that needed to be addressed. Many of you guys have the 262 gearing with the 220 millimeter. Now, many of the guys in regular RTs have this setup, and they have gone on to put a 309 limited slip in there. It's a direct, bolt on. One of the YouTubers that I know that has done it is Donnie RT. So I will link up his YouTube channel in the description. So if you have 262 gears with 220 millimeter, he's the man to talk to as far as did he need it tuned. It's a straightforward, it's the same installation process though, guys.
You just got to get these axles out so we can get to the housing. So he's making room now, pulling your brakes and stuff out of the way. Upper control arms are disconnected, exhaust is out. And then once, do one side to see how long it takes to get this axle out. Then I'll pull this axle out, pull the shaft out, and then the pumpkin should come right out.
Okay.
The pumpkin's got like, 2 bolts here holding it in and 2 bolts here holding it in. That's it. So pretty much the labor comes in pulling these axles out. It's all about making room here. We need some more slack in this parking brake cable to make this work. Gotta take the caliper off and
spindle have to come out.
yeah, you're gonna take the whole spindle off.
That's the best way.
Well, if you take the spindle off, then you could probably leave the parking brake attached, right?
Yeah.
So he's gonna disconnect the lower trail arms now. The sway bar link's got to come off, and he'll take this whole knuckle off.
Okay.
And then once that's off, then the axles will come out. So yeah, it's a 3-4 hour job with a lift,
There you go. There you go. It's a workout, man.
That's the only thing you can do with it. Jump. me go up. Let me go up.
Where are you going? Right there. No. Okay. Hold on. Let me take. Come around this way.
You have the boots.